Hey everybody, I hope everybody's going extremely well. We're in Discord talking about all of the updates, some of the strategy ideas that I'm going up, the future of DaviddTech, and some other bits and bobs. So if you're about and you want to come and join me, ask questions, I'm here to answer all your questions either through YouTube or directly in Discord in the voice chat. Discord GG/DaviddTech. See you there.
In the midnight?
No.
When do you wake up?
No, some parts of the UK call tea. They change tea and dinner, don't they? Will?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a bit strange.
I mean, at lunchtime we generally have a full meal, and in the evening we just have sandwiches, something like that.
Right.
I mean, it's good for a fasting point of view to not eat like in a huge period, but for a country plan, whatever. Nice. Hello, David.
Everybody. How you going?
Hello.
Very good.
Hi mate, how you going?
Preparing for the tea, I guess. For me, it would be like 1 or 2 p.m. in the morning or something.
Yo, what did I miss?
Oh, it's going
Hello,
again, mate.
Out.
How's things going, mate? Steve, 2 nights in a row. See you
What do
more
you
than my
call it?
girlfriend.
Scopes, do you call it tea or dinner on a night, Scopes?
Scran.
Right, no, you don't. What do you call it, tea or dinner?
Tea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Yeah, tea.
What's for tea? What's for
What's
tea?
the tea?
Yeah.
You people are very strange.
What do you mean? Why? What do you call it, Vlad?
Grub.
I mean, you fucking eat a lot. How would you call it
thanks.
tea?
What?
You eat a lot by the
It is-
night
It
dinner.
is
I don't know.
food,
How do you
lad.
call it?
It is
tea?
food.
What do you call it, like, Vlad?
Dinner. I mean,
Dinner at night time? Are you all right in head?
come on, stop fucking with me.
He doesn't call it
Dinner's at dinner time. Dinner's at 12 o'clock.
Thank you, Scopes. Thank you. I was just saying that.
If you guys fuck with me, I'll bring the poker table. So stop.
Oh man.
It's not liquid, Vlad. It is food. We just call it tea. I don't know why. It is
I've
food.
seen-
We do eat food.
I've
So what do,
seen
you,
some-
do, you have out to eat later on after tea, Steve? I call
What?
it supper.
Supper? No,
Yeah.
no, I don't.
Do you have supper, Vlad?
Guys, he's £195. Of course he has supper.
I mean, you eat in the morning, which would be the breakfast. Then
Yeah.
you go for the
Agreed.
midday, which I believe you call it midday meal or something. And then
Midday
you go
meal.
for dinner.
Dinner.
Midday chuffing meal. It's fucking dinner.
It's dinner, innit?
David, you didn't know what to talk about on your AMA tonight, mate? Well, you got it
Yeah,
sorted.
dinner.
Dinner.
I really need to spend less time making subjects and coding.
More time just jumping in talking about dinner.
Absolutely.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Just imagine being your birthday and you
No,
would
it
go
doesn't.
out to usually go in the night time and you invited, hey everyone, let's go for a tea. Everyone expecting like to eat a lot or something. No, it's just the tea.
We call that a birthday. We call that a birthday meal.
Yeah.
Tea and dinner. Dinner and tea is at home. A meal is out.
Are we seriously having a debate on stuff like tea?
Why not?
Right, everyone's joining now. Let's shut up because they'll think we're all weird as fuck.
I mean, you people
late,
called
too
the last what? Holy shit! You call it tea. Why tea?
Tea.
Oh, no, actually.
That's not going to sleep all night now, you know.
Yeah, I'll be thinking about that.
Hang on. There's a map where different areas of the UK call it different things, which is even more confusing. Try
Why?
to find it.
Lunch.
Why people
Lunch.
call?
We call it dinner, and some people in England call it lunch.
If you've got a bit of money, you call it lunch, dirty Scopes. If you're a bit rich.
And then if you're even richer, you call it afternoon tea.
Yeah. That's something else, Vlad. Afternoon tea.
He has a meal associated with the United Kingdom and some Commonwealth countries. Many
then
people
if
in
you-
Britain and Austria refer to their merry evening meal as tea rather
Yeah.
than dinner. So you didn't joke.
No.
No, obviously. What are we going to joke for? And then obviously, if you're old like you, Vlad, they go out for tea and cake.
Hang on. There's a map. I'll find it. I'll put it in the chat if I find it.
No.
The zones to stay away, you know.
Yeah, here we go.
Holy shit, somebody just made a map for it. I'll post it in the
There
conference
is.
chat.
Yeah, I'm looking for a map.
I just put it here.
Oh, okay.
Post it in the chat. Whoa, there's 43 messages
there
in
we
here.
go, yeah.
Where's 43 messages come from in here? Well, is that from all the streams that have been going off?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Top dinner.
Pretty north and south there, isn't it? Dinner and tea.
Essex.
Where are you
I
from,
have no
Steve?
words.
Right?
Where are you from?
The Humber.
Humberside.
Yeah.
Someone's got to be.
Where are you from? You're not South Yorkshire, are you?
I am, yeah.
Right, we're going to start going out warns in a minute to everybody.
Who's
I'll mute my
that?
mic.
Who's that speaking? Sounds like a borrower down there. It's getting bird.
I think William's hidden in his toilet with his girlfriend or something. He's behind the kitchen.
Sounds like borrowers shouting from skating boards, man.
Always the scopes.
You what, mate?
You sound like 4 mile away from your microphone, Will.
Any better now or not?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
No, just mute your mic, mate. I'm joking.
Have we started this event? Press the start button on it. Off we go.
Have you done it with the indicator, David?
A little bit, yeah. I haven't had as much time this beginning of the week. I'm gonna start doing as of Monday some like live coding with yourself and Marco and anybody else who wants to during the week. Like sitting here coding the strategies and the indicators live on the screen, because I think that's still going to be the best way of me to go through, and I can ask questions when I need to like code things and things like that. So I was speaking about it yesterday. William had a live stream last night, and we were talking with Marco, Steve, and a couple of others about doing some sort of like some workshops and doing some indicators and building them together on a live stream instead, because it makes things a bit easier for me to be able to answer questions, etc., as I go along and code, as to building it in the background and not really understand. Well, I understand what's written, but sometimes I have questions and I get a bit stuck. So it'd probably be the best way, I think. But we used to do it like that when we were doing things like the simple scalper, and even you did a long time ago. You did quite a few streams at night time, and you were coding with a couple of other people as well. So
I enjoyed it, mate. But thing is, with that, it was like, well, I don't know. It was just like every night. I think I just absolutely like burnt myself out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It can go long time. Yeah.
Yeah, it can get too much, man. And sometimes I'll run it for like 4 hours and that. You know?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Now I remember.
What did you get that them results on today, mate? On ByBit, 200%.
200% was my spot account that's been running. It's been running the Wolf and Bear for quite a long time. It's been running a couple of other accounts, a couple of other strategies. They're mainly breakout strategies. Like I said, about 2 weeks ago, at the beginning of this year. I'm going to try and start focusing back in on those ones, because they're, well, focusing no, but putting a bit of time back into those ones, because they've been the most profitable for me on bots, only on bots by themselves in the throughout the year. Although I talk about them, I don't push them maybe enough, and they certainly have been profitable throughout the year for me. So I need to maybe, like I said, do live streams and go through them and the settings that I put on them, or we can improve on them together. I've been doing another one, which is this one. Where is it? Over here. I've been building this one.
Your screen's not sharing.
Oh, yeah, of course. Sorry, mate. Cheers.
January was great for the dead zone.
Yeah, dead zones. They're all kind of like trend following, but breakouts or overextended, as I called them.
Yeah.
Those ones seem to be the absolute best for bots as far as I'm concerned. Let me share the screen over here.
I think trend following's best you can follow anyway. It's what, you know, every single person is trend following, I think.
Yeah, trend following, and these overextended, where instead of maybe like on this Bollinger Band here, I've recoded this Bollinger Band, Bollinger Band, I don't know how you say it, but these are this one here. I need to remove some of these drawings if I can. No, I've coded them in, so there's too many drawings here. But this one, as it breaks, uses the alpha trend instead of this SMA. So this orange line here is the SMA. That's the normal algorithm behind the Bollinger Bands. Replaced it with the alpha trend, which is this green and red line here, and that affects obviously the blue lines on the outside because they're just standard deviations. And the stop loss is the red or the green lines here. So this is the ATRs. So as we come out and break above, like I said, we're following a trend. So we're going, if the market's pumping, it pumps and goes above the blue line, kind of, as I said, like a overextended, and then it only exits if we break below this alpha trend here. And this one seems to be doing quite well on the back tests, and it's like really early days of coding. I also did another one, which was this one here, I think.
Just like a trailing exit.
Yeah, it's just a trading exit. This one's 1,122 trades. It's very jagged all over the place, even 62% drawdown. But like I said, it's very, very early days. I've literally just started building that one. Need to find some more confluence. Yeah, like you just said, Steve, it's very much a trailing stop loss. It just follows instead of adding a stop loss and fixed like percentages. It follows the ATR for the stop loss and created a bit of a difference on the Bollinger Band using the alpha trend instead of the SMA, which seems to work quite well on the back test. So
I've been watching a guy not using Bollinger Bands, but it's been, I can't remember who it is, like, but I watched him a few days ago, and he's making his like all his, like the DZ. Is it what's the R&R on the DZ on the single trades? Steve,
The what?
Oh, sorry.
Dead zone. Oh, whichever one you're using.
The R&R.
Yeah, like
What do you-
what's the like win?
I'm
sure it's
the
what
win
is it?
rate.
Yeah, no, I mean not the win rate, the actual trade. What's the size of the trade? 1-to-1 in it or something? Or...
It varies, but yeah, it's very close. It's very close to 1-to-1.
Well, there's a guy who I've been watching. I'll have to find him out, and he's using like a minimum of 3 every single time, and he's doing pretty well. He's got like I think he had something like 66% win rate. It was an actual video. I just like woke up, I fell asleep watching it, and woke up, and it kept me awake because he had like 66% win rate over a year on free RR.
Yeah.
And that were all automated.
Yes, yeah. There's a couple out there recently that I've watched as well that are much higher R&Rs as well and much lower win rates. Obviously, 60 is very, very good at that sort of win rate. But...
Yeah, there's another one with 33% win rate, and he's profitable over the course of a year as well. That's his manual light, but it's 33%. He's around a 33 to 45% win rate, and he's profitable at end of every year.
Yeah. This is the thing with this one here. I mean, some of the trades are so big. It's not particularly a higher win rate. This one's 46%, but it's profitable, and the Sharpe ratio isn't fantastic on this, so it needs certainly a lot more looking into. But like I said, it's one of the. It takes me forever to go through strategies, absolute forever, and it's one of these strategies. These couple of strategies that I've been working on recently. I use things like the VWAP here to play on it. I mean, they're profitable, and I haven't even bothered putting it into any optimizer or anything whatsoever. And they've been they look profitable on very minimum settings. So might have some potential.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. I'll do the old disclaimer before we go too far. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's going well. Welcome to another Discord chat, AMA. If anybody's got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask at any time. Just going to do a very quick this because it's being recorded on YouTube. So if you're talking about anything or want to share your screen or anything, please do be careful of any credentials whilst sharing, because like I just said, it is being recorded on YouTube. As always, I'm not in the slightest trying to give any financial advice or anything. Please do your own debunking and backtesting. Okay, right, now that's over and done with. I love doing that part every time, but anyway, it has to be done. welcome to everybody. Welcome to chat. We do this once or twice a week. Trying to get back to being a bit more often nowadays. We come in and chat, and I can ask, or we can all answer and ask questions at any time. So please go ahead and ask questions. Don't be shy if you have any questions.
Ask a question, David.
Sure.
Mavericks just put a question in the chat.
Yes.
And it's the same. He might be asking the question in a better way that I was when I mentioned about the entry options for SMC.
Okay. Have you noticed the?
I'll let you read it because obviously I've been asking it, and
no, it's
you know.
I'm just a bit thick, Steve.
No, you're kidding.
I like the way you said that. There was not much conviction in what you just said there. No. In the Smart ABC Beta API entry instead of according to the entry. Yeah, this is what we were talking about, but I thought I keep fixing it.
You added the option because the option wasn't there before,
and it just didn't work.
No.
Okay. Yeah, super cool to fire once the bar instead of waiting for the close as soon as it crosses the Quasimodo as well. Right. Okay. Let me choose a day next week, and I'll sort out. We'll choose a day, and we'll start doing. If anybody's, I know you're working at 2:00, so I'll write down the things that need to be done, and I'll fix it on a live stream together with everybody at like 2:00 in the afternoon, like we used to do. And then you'll get back up from work, Steve, and it'll all be working one day during the week.
I'm not totally convinced it would make my trades better anyway, to be honest. But
it's worth back testing, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll dedicate a day to the ABC strategy during the week with the Quasimodo patterns and all of that during the week, and we'll try and fix any problems that you might come across, Maverick. Okay. Yep. So as I said, that's great. Good start. So we got some questions going anyway, so I don't really need to go through that. If anybody has any questions, please don't hesitate to ask at all. I can't see anybody, so sometimes it's a bit awkward, but please just jump in and ask at any time. I'll go through what I've been working for. If anybody wants to change the subject, please do. I mean, it's perfect, absolutely perfect. Been working with William on Trigger Trade to build. He did a live stream yesterday about Trigger Trade, so I won't go into deep depth of the Trigger Trade. Trigger Trade is obviously the bot for connecting from TradingView to ByBit and Binance. He's added a load of great features. Everything seems to be working perfectly now. There's things like pyramiding, prevent pyramiding conditional orders, and also DCA meshing, which will work perfectly well now. He's going to be adding, what are you going to be adding, Will, this week? You're going to be adding
invest perps, and then Austin will also be able to add, as of next week, USDC
and insert first perps. Yep. So that's for ByBit. So that should pretty much complete the circle for ByBit. You'll have pretty much all of the features that you'd need for ByBit, especially as obviously the market's pumping a bit at the moment. So maybe inverse will be useful for quite a lot of people.
We also have Spot as well.
Yeah, Spot as well, yeah. Cool.
I woke up with a Spot today.
A trade or another spot?
I'm just messing with William.
So I was thinking, which I don't do often, but I was thinking of how I could go about February and try and get more into here and help as much as I possibly can. We've got lots of people asking if they can do live streams as well. Traders, professional traders, traders like you and me, algo traders. So William's setting up schedules with me and Vlad to allow other people to come and trade. Like it says at the bottom, especially speakers, traders, algo traders. We're also looking to try and interview a couple of other algo traders that have been doing it in the market for a while. Got a couple of potential ones. William said also last week that ByBit want to come in and Binance want to come in and talk talk to us. So I was thinking of maybe trying to get a sort of YouTube channel up where we'll have have as many speakers as possible. Running as often. It says 24/7 there. I don't think it'll be 24/7 for a long time, but yeah, hopefully we'll have as much information as possible, be able to ask as many questions as possible to other people, not just myself, obviously. And if anybody's interested in talking about your strategy, maybe while I code it in the background or anything like that, like Scope does, like Vlad does, like Johnny does as well, please don't hesitate to get in contact with us, and you can obviously, we'll reserve a spot for you as well to come and chat. Like I said, there's a couple of others this month. We've got some Elliott Wave being talked about, advanced techniques in Elliott Wave. Those kind of things are coming up from other speakers during this month. So I hope that we'll have a information crammed packed month of February for everybody that's in the Discord. So
delete my Elliott Wave stuff then.
No, definitely not. No, definitely not, Scope. Definitely not.
Yeah, but it just literally don't even use it. That's what I'm saying. It just it just literally craps all over it.
No. Everybody's got the different strategies, different points of views on things, so it's always good to hear from everybody, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I mean, I'm no way in the world the best algo trader. It's great to have other algo traders out doing bots as well. If we can get them in as well, talking about it, that'll be great, because like I said, it's always good to have other points of views. It'd be good to try and get other people that have written a couple of books. I've spoken to quite a few quite a while ago. Robert Carter, I think, was one of them. So I gave a couple of names to Vlad today for him to try and get a couple in as well. Even though they're doing algo trades like me, bots and things like that, it would be just good to get other people's points of views on things as well. Very much like the mean reversion that I'm exploring at the moment. It'd be nice to try and find somebody that's been doing that for quite a while and get their points of views and steal all their information as much.
Yeah. Have you got who do you get from like Binance to talk and that? Like, who is it?
Apparently, there's this is the discussion William's been having. Sorry, go ahead, Will.
We're currently talking to the PCI of Binance to get an English speaking, because currently I'm working with the integration of the bots with the French and Germany side. They're going to try and get the American side involved with us and to involve the PCI from Binance to be able to get on and do a live stream with us in English American, to be able to get on with presenting Binance and etc. and all their new features which they'll be announcing throughout the year.
Wow, that's pretty cool, that.
ByBit are up for it as well. I think name's Susie, isn't it, Will? That's who's looking to come and talk about there. They do a lot of new content. I get quite a few emails from them, and it'd be nice if they come and did their announcements here as well, which would be cool.
Think we could ask them for any money? As soon as they come into chat, give some money, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been trying all the time. I started off asking David, to be honest, but he keeps on saying no, so I've got to go with ByBit.
Let me, William.
David, I've just pasted a question from the general chat into the AMA if you want to check it.
Okay, there's the first one. How do I? I'd like to know how to get access to the Pine scripts. There's Pine scripts. There's going to be a lot more Pine scripts in the near future because we've got David.ai coming. We've also I'm going to be doing a load of live streams during the week whilst I'm going to be working on some open source scripts. There is a Dropbox which I haven't updated in a long while, which is in. I believe it's in what's new. I'll have a look and see.
Pine script snippets.
Pine script snippets. There you go. In a developers hub on Discord. That's how you get hold of the Pine scripts. I like I said, anything that I work on the live stream outside of the boilerplate, I'll make open source. I'm also working obviously on an open source boilerplate, which will go into David.ai. So because obviously you're going to be downloading the indicators from David.ai, so it'd be nice if there was kind of a boilerplate around it so that you can connect it easily to a third-party service or trader trigger trade or anything like that. So there'll be all of that on that as well. Any thoughts on Lux Echo, Algo, Lux Algo, Lux Echo, Algo? I know that Lux Algo has a couple of indicators, which has a heck of a lot of indicators. I don't know which one you're talking about. Where was that from, Will?
That wasn't me that published it. That one was on the main chat, on general chat.
Okay. I don't know. He has got a prediction one that he recently did, but I don't know. I don't know how it works. I'll have a look afterwards.
It appears to draw the future. Bloody hell, I'll have a bit of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that he has got one that's a prediction one, which kind of it does predict ups and downs. I don't know how good it is, but yeah, I'm not sure. Have a look up. No idea. Yeah. So if anybody's got any ideas that they want me to do for February to go through whilst I'm on live streams, or anybody that they would like to come and talk to, there was, like I said, I've spoken to Robert Carter. I spoke to a couple of other authors about leverage trading, and also algo trading. So if anybody's got any authors that you'd like me to contact, or anybody that does a YouTube channel or anything like that, please don't hesitate to contact me or Will or Vlad, and we'll get in contact with them. So that was pretty much that. Yep, okay, that was pretty much the same thing.
I think, to be fair though, a lot of people that do the YouTube videos, I watch loads of them, and well, I've slowed down watching them now, but a lot of people that do them, like, they're not, I'm not saying all of them, like, but some of them that say, all right, do this, and then you literally try it, and it's just garbage.
Rubbish.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you'd have to get the right people.
It's rare that you find ones that actually do live trades. Right, most of them just do, what's happened in the past.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's hard to sort of tell how good they are by doing that, by just analysing what's happened in the past.
Yeah. Well, I watched one today. Well, I turned it off actually. I forgot who it was. It was a woman, and she's like, "This is the new 2023 indicator," and obviously, I'm into all them breaker structure indicators and that. If I can find a good one, and I literally watched it, and she was using Icanashi candles, breaker structure, and then she's like, right, you can cancel all false signals out, and they were like, on the chart that nearly every single signal was false. I'm like, I'm not having this. I'll turn this off. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm not having a look at that indicator. I'm not even going to touch it.
Yeah. Yes, unfortunately, there is a lot of rubbish out there. I mean, I've been doing this for just the YouTube channel. We've been doing for about 18 months now, and the amount of bad strategies that I've coded to try and back. If I published all of them, I'm sure that the TradingView would ban me. There's so many of them that are just absolutely impossible to find good settings for. At one point I was coding I think it was probably between 2 and 3 strategies per day, and it's rare that you find a very, very good setup. Things like the dead zone, these Bollinger Bands ones, the breakout, the squeeze momentum ones, things like that are I find particularly rare to find good strategies like them after all this time.
Sorry, I was just having a look earlier. Is anybody still using vector candles, David? Ollie's vector candles.
I think Jay uses vector.
Jay uses it.
Yeah, the only thing that I can see is the stats from the pings that we get from it. So I don't really know the number of downloads and things like that. So, but vector candles is one of the more popular strategies. I think it's about the fourth or fifth one. The first one is obviously dead zone. Then we have things.
What, from your website, David?
Yeah, from website. Yeah, from the website.
Oh, okay.
Dead zone. There's there's a couple of them. There's the dead zone. The bigger extender and the big extender. They're very popular as well. Vector candles is extremely popular. And yeah, so those ones tend to be the ones that get downloaded most. Oh, the OB strategy gets downloaded a lot as well.
My OB.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm running that one.
Yeah.
What's it like, Steve?
I'm down, but I only started doing it properly beginning of the middle of last month.
Okay.
So it only trades like 6 times a month, something like that.
Yeah. Mm.
But it's got a high win rate.
Yeah.
So I do have confidence in it. But it's only had one trade so far and it's lost the trade. So no, actually, sorry, it's had 3 trades, 2 losses and 1 win.
Okay.
No, sorry, it's had 2 wins and 2 losses. That's from the 18th of January.
Okay.
50% win rate then, not bad.
Yeah. So I'm down. But
you're also doing the 1 minute scalper, aren't you, or something? As I saw in your.
It was just some tests. I've basically been running 1 minute SMC.
Okay.
On really low take profit, like 1% take profit and 1% stop loss.
Okay.
On about 50 coins on trigger trade.
Yes, I saw. Yeah.
But I'm not sure it's working, to be honest. It's slowly. I'm doing it just to build up stats, and then like a squad list, and then from that squad list I'll get a first team.
Okay.
And I've got a first team now, so I've done like a week's worth. I know it's only a week, but it is 1 minute after all.
Yes.
So I've done a week's worth of running with the squad list, and I've got a first team, 5 coins that made money from that list.
Okay.
So I'm now running that, still running the squad list. I'm now running the first team. I'll run it for another week and analyze it again. Hopefully, the first team will have made money, and the squad list will have lost money, but it will reveal more stats.
Okay.
So I'm almost paying to reveal stats from live trades.
How many trades are you taking, Steve? You must be taking a lot, because I remember when I did that and I had 60 coins running on David's ABC indicator, and that was beginning of last year. And I was taking, I think I took 120 something trades in 1 week.
It depends, doesn't it? I mean,
and that were on a 5 minute, 5 and 15 minute.
This 1 minute has got a really stupidly low pivot on the ABC, so really they're not proper ABCs really. It's so low. The
what pivot are you using? What number?
Oh, I don't know. Hang on.
Probably a 1 or something.
Yeah, something ridiculous.
I think lowest I've ever been is like something
crazy.
like 9 or 8 or something like that. I think lowest I've ever been, but it's always 10 for me. That always. I don't know on 1 minute. Like I've never really traded 1 minute. I had 1 good win on 1 minute, and then the rest of them like was
6.
awful. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not expecting it to work, but it might.
Good experiment.
Yeah, it's just an experiment. So.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. That cup will be gold soon. Instead of it saying crypto millionaire, it'll be worth £1 million, won't it, soon?
It could be. Yeah. You never know.
Yeah. I've never really been able to get anything to work on such a low time frame myself, unfortunately. I have tried quite a lot, but I hope it does for you, because it'll be nice to see some success on those low time frames. Be nice.
If it does, I'll be a mate, Steve.
Yeah, I will as well. I mean, 5 or 6 coins. No, 7 coins. I think I ran about 36 coins, and 7 coins made money.
Okay.
And the rest lost money. But that was only a week's worth of running. So
yeah.
But I think so much can change in a week, can't it? I mean, so much can change in a day when you're on 1 minute.
Absolutely, yeah. That's the thing.
You can't. Nothing's concrete at all. Nothing.
Yeah. It really
You
is.
know, but if you
coin
could
flip
if you
situation.
can get that coin to do what it's doing for another week, then it's done its job, hasn't it? Because then you can substitute it with your squad list
Yeah.
the next week.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So it only has to be good for a week, or 2 weeks actually. It only has to be good for 2 weeks, and then I can drop it
Yeah.
or sell it in the transfer window.
Yeah.
You're a boyo, you.
It's the easiest way to describe it, I think.
That's a good point.
I remember. When I did it, Steve. I don't know if you remember when I had all the coins running.
Yeah.
I literally wrote everything because I'm not very techy.
Okay, right.
I just know about I just know about stuff like money and that. I don't know about all this stuff. So I wrote them all down on a pen and paper, and I literally had. My hand were killing. I was bored to death of writing every single trade out.
Yeah.
I filled like a book in a week.
Yeah.
And I think I need
a decent coin analyzer, really. I need a decent analyzer for ByBit. I'm just exporting the CSVs from ByBit and then just arranging the columns and just adding up the P&L for each coin, which it seems to work, but it doesn't give you that much. It doesn't give you too much in-depth detail.
Yeah.
But you know.
What I did, I'll send you some photos. I'll take them on my phone and send them through. What I did is I wrote every single coin down that I was thingy on it. It had its own page, and I got how many trades it had done. I marked every single trade out, wrote every little detail down about every trade, and then I went through them all, and it took me about 4 hours on one night just to go through all the coins and work out what made what profit and sold what best coin I had.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing your notepad with all your trades.
Which one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good experiment. Yeah, I've got to try again and do a 1 minute strategy. Last one I did was the 1 minute. No, it's the 30-second, wasn't it? We did a 30-second strategy, which never worked.
Hyper scalper.
Yeah, the hyper scalper. That never worked with it because, like you said, everything can change in such a short amount of time. So it came back with, it was like early days, and everything came back with fantastic results. And unfortunately, in real life, it was nothing, not any good at all. So that's where I decided to move with a slightly higher time frames. It'll be good to see results.
When I have some, got another week. Well, I've got another 6 days. 6 days, and then the account is down, but at the minute. But you never know. It might recover.
It's slightly down, is it, at the moment?
Yeah,
or more than slightly down. Down.
Well, I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
It's 1% down.
Okay.
At the minute.
Okay.
But it needs a bit of volatility as well, I think. And if it had loads, yesterday.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Needs a kick up backside.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you do a 1 minute, you'll need to call it insane hyperscalper, something like that.
Absolutely.
1 second.
I tell you what though, Steve. I tell you who makes me like. I'd think how the bloody hell do you do that? That Craig. I speak to him quite often, and he's in David's Discord. And he goes on 10-second chart to get his entries and stuff. I'm
really?
Like, what the? Yeah, he's
the FOREX trader.
Yeah, he's FOREX. Yeah, is what do you call it as well? What do you call it? Funded trader as well.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, but it goes all the way down to, and he sends me his entries and that. We chat on that, and he sends me his entries, and he gets some really good entries. But it goes down to 10 seconds, and I said to him all the time, I said, "How the bloody hell do you do that?" Because my head would explode. Just looking like, you know what I mean? It's like, how do you get in on that on 10-second charts and stuff?
Yeah, I couldn't do it, especially manually. I couldn't do it.
It almost sounds like a footprint type way of doing it, entries. Like people use footprints, don't they, when they see the odd books going crazy or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. Something like that.
It's something
Suppose
I'd like to explore as
can you
well,
see
but
the same on a 10-second chart? I don't know.
I don't know, but I used to look at order books and that, and but it's just too much. I think, you know, like when you're looking at like two different things, you're watching the price move, the price bars, and then you're watching the order books, and it's all flashing in your face. I think it's just too much. You feel sick. You know, like just like motion sickness because everything's just moving all the time. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'd love to go through and build a Python script when we move slightly away from TradingView in the future, and build something a bit in Python, and then use a bit more information, maybe some on chain data and all of that kind of data as well. Because I think that if it's done by bots, you don't have to look at the screen, so it'd be something that would be cool to look at in the future when we get time. ChatGPT will be able to help us find some time and build that.
It's still on ChatGPT.
Yeah, I still use it for everything. Well, for lots of things. Not for everything, but for lots of things. I think it's very good for helping write emails. It's very good for creating. When you get a problem in for something like in PineScript, if you get a problem like plotting a line, it's very simple to find out where your problem is, or it'll help you find a line of code. It's not always perfect. It's far from being perfect in PineScript, but in Python it's very good. And if it's good on its beta, I can imagine what it's going to be when it's completely released. So I think it's very good, and I use it still quite a lot. Do you still use it much?
I've just had my mic on mute. My little son's crying. He's just going to bed. I was using it constantly, but I flicked on it over there because I needed an hand with something. So I just flicked on it and just asked it the question, and well, I was doing my tax returns. So I asked it a question because obviously it can do anything. It's universal. So I just asked it like about something about me taxes and stuff, and give me a decent answer. To be fair, and I just copied and pasted it and sent it over as an email to the tax office. So ChatGPT did my tax returns for me. So yeah, that's the only thing I've used it for. I've still got all my pages open and that, but I find it hard. You know, for me, for you, it's perfect. But for me, you know, not having the experience as an actual coder, the stuff it fetches me back is, you know, it took me 3 days to do like one to even be able to like get one strategy to go on my chart, and it still wasn't right, and it took me 3 days to get to that point. So like stuff that I'm not doing it. I missed out on loads of manual trades and everything, so I'm like, oh my god, David, hey, I've got this code, can you have a look at this for me?
It is. If you don't know how to code, it's helpful if you know how to code. If you don't know how to code, it is a bit of a struggle, without a doubt. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that if you're going to code in Python or any other language that's a little bit more well known than PineScript, it's probably a damn sight better than using it on PineScript. The problem with PineScript is it's a bit of a niche marketplace. Although TradingView is very well known, it still is quite niche in comparison to Python. So it's on PineScript 4, not 5. It tends to try and find solutions in Python for PineScript, like things like the ATR. It'll give you ATR and then just the true value, and that just doesn't work inside of PineScript and things like that. So it's sometimes it's, like you just said, more of a headache than it is actually helpful.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, I just answered the question, was in chat pretty much. We're going to go through some Python during this month as well. Python's my language that I use personally to code in daily. So when I'm doing things like automation and things like that, so I'd love to do some Python on the live stream as well. But I've been talking about it for quite a while, and I've done quite a lot of ANN. I've done a lot of scripts that do arbitrage, but they haven't really given me any fantastic results. So that's why I haven't spent much more time doing it, unfortunately, but something that I'd like to explore a bit more. Cool. Right, okay, so what I've been working on this week is this thing here, which is going to be cool. It's an in-app optimizer, in TradingView optimizer, optimizer bot builder. It's a trading strategy for TradingView, so you add it like a normal TradingView strategy. The idea behind it is that you can use absolutely any indicator on TradingView. Currently, I have the Bollinger bands on the screen, as you can see. I'm going to remove that one there. Just one indicator. I've got the BB just there, as you can see there, standard settings. So if you go into the optimizer here, you'll be able to see that it has indicator source, and now if you click there, that's not only got close, it's got the Bollinger Band basic, so the orange line and the lower and the lower and the higher. You also got volumes here. Unfortunately, in TradingView you can only add one of these indicator sources here. If I go here and click the base one here, if I go here and then go to a bit further down, we have lots of options that we didn't have yesterday. We have Optimize and Bot. Now, the idea of Optimize and Bot is you're going to be able to optimize this trading strategy. So you'll be able to, like I said, test any trading, indicator. For instance, if you download Market Cipher and you want to trade the green dot, for example, just to give that example every time because it's a simple one, you'll be able to find in this indicator source up here. Let me just go here and go to the Fu Manchu very quickly. Fu Manchu, I think it's the cipher beat with divergences. I think it's that one there. No, it's not. Which one is it? It's this one here then, is it? Am I right? Yeah, that's it there. Okay, so now if I go and move this EMA thing here. So I've got the equivalent of Market Cipher here. If you go to the data window here, you'll be able to see all of the data that's up on your chart just here. Now, if you scroll down, you can see the Fu Manchu here. You put your mouse over one of those green dots just there. You'll be able to see the values here. They change. So values are changing, and once they appear, that means that a green dot has appeared on your chart. So we're looking for these kind of green dots down here so that we know that it's got to be below a certain level. So it's going to be below a 104, I think that is, to create that green dot. And when the green dot comes up, that's minus 106. So if I go here and we go on, if you go to indicator source, now you can see all of the Fu Manchu indicators are in there, just like that. We are looking for, I think it was the divergence buy signal just there. So there's the divergence buy sell signal just there. And then you have your entries. So we're looking to optimize for longs or shorts. You can only do one or the other at the moment, longs or shorts. Personally, when I'm building trading strategies now, I actually add two trading strategies and then I optimize for both longs and shorts. The reason being is that a long could cancel a short could cancel a long, and can create what I consider fake backtesting results if you haven't got pyramiding on and things like that. So this currently works one way or the other. Your baseline entry, so that's how this indicator works. Plot must be equal to true, so that's for things that are maybe an arrow that pops up on the chart that says that you enter here, exit here. Then you have other entries like a price will cross over or above the indicator. So that's great for the Bollinger Band if you're looking to enter when it comes across this top band up here. Or Bollinger, I don't know. I'm not going to repeat that every time. Or it goes across a level. So that's great for this one down here, which means that the green dot pops up at 100 and minus 106. So we'd put minus 106 here. 106. We have the Fu Manchu. We're going to add below level 106. Let's make that 105. Got a couple of other confirmation indicators that are baked into the indicator. This I will work on through live streams and add whatever I can until we get to a point where we can no longer add anymore because of the number of lines of code or something like that. RSI, MACD, CCI, and the MFI are currently in there. You can use them as extra confirmation, so it's above or below close. You can type close in there, high, low, close, and open. Or you can have a level, so it could be 10 if you're using something, sorry, let's go 70 if you're using something above 70 RSI, like that. So that means you've got your first confirmation. So the idea of this is that we're looking for a strategy where the green dot shows up on the Fu Manchu, and then we're looking for the RSI to be above 70. We've got the optimizer here, so this tells you how many times, so it's a loop, it's going to go through the loop and try and find your best settings for the take profit and stop loss. It'll go through up to 1,000 times. Currently, normally there's a table over here. I'll reset in a minute, I'll bring the table up in a second. So you can do up to 1,000 times. It has to be within the maximum of 40 seconds, I think. No, it's not 40 seconds. Can't remember the number of seconds it is for it to show up. If it doesn't show up, just reduce the number of tries. It'll retry every time that the candle closes, so it'll bring you up new results every time. And then you can optimize it for the highest profit or the highest win rate. These are your basic settings for your backtest, your obviously the allocated per trade, commission, and your opening balance. And then we have our take profits and stop loss. So this is the max stop loss in percentage or max stop loss RR. Then you have an option to add a trailing stop loss. And you have here a couple of options which obviously are increased as we go along. We have the ATR and the candle scroll and an RR. So the ATR would be a stop loss using the ATR, and then you'd use the take profits, and you'll put a maximum take profits of 5. And it'll go through a loop, trying to find the absolute best settings for the ATR or the fixed percentage. So it can go through 100 times per candle. And then once you've found fantastic settings and you're happy with everything, you go up here, you turn it into a bot, and you go down to the bottom here and you start adding the settings that you want as fixed settings, whether it's percentage. It'll work out everything from above. You just have to put the best settings here, and then you can connect it to Trigger Trade for automatic trading. Now,
when can I use this?
Monday.
All right. Is this brand new today or what?
Yeah, brand new today. Well, I spoke about it slightly last night. Now, it has limitations, obviously, because it's inside TradingView. Everything's quite limited. You can only add one indicator. These things I have to code in into the actual code. So we'll have to sit and discuss what you want me to add. I'll go through the most standard things that I can find at first, and then I'll add more and more and more as I go along.
Do you have to use the confirmations, or can you just not use any?
Not at all.
I've got something to use straight away.
No, absolutely. So if I go back here and reset settings over here, we're going to use the upper one here, like this. Oh, I just removed the settings. Okay, upper. We're optimizing, looking for longs. What have I done wrong? Maybe this here. Let's go here. Let's go 500. What have I done wrong? Normally, obviously when the eye is rolling here, it's looking for the settings, and if we're lucky, there should be a table that's popped up eventually. Okay.
That's cool as hell, that.
Yeah, except for it ain't working at
Typical.
Yeah, absolutely. I had it working all after bloody noon. What have I done wrong in the settings? I can't. So let me take off the trailing stop loss to see whether it's that. Show table. Go for it. Let's see. I'm going to take down the number of tries to 200 to try and get it to go a bit faster. I've obviously done something that I can't remember what I've done. I'm in optimize mode, long. Nope, it ain't coming up. Normally on the side here, you've got a table, and it's got the best setting. Now, obviously, the best settings need to be backtested and all of that kind of thing, but it's a strategy, so you'll be able to, when you've set up with the fixed settings in this part here, and you convert over to bot, you'll get the full backtesting results from TradingView for that settings. The other thing is that I'm trying to work on at the moment is a table that will give you the top 10, 20 best results in a table, so you can be able to go through each one of them manually and have a look at them as well. So it's going to be something that I hopefully will help me to find lots of new strategies as well, which I then can put onto the boilerplate. Means that anybody, like I said, that's got any indicator on TradingView will be able to build and optimize their own strategies within a couple of minutes. So yeah, something a bit new.
That's very cool.
Thanks, Scope. Cheers, mate. I'm happy you like it. No, yeah, I thought it's one of the.
I can't wait to use it, to be fair.
Yeah, it's. I hope it's going to be good for everybody. I hope it's going to be something. It's first time I've seen something like this. There was one that looks a bit like it out there, but first time I've seen it inside of TradingView. So I hope, hopefully it'll find us some good settings, and as a community, we'll be able to build on it as well and make it even better. So that's what I've been working over on the past couple of days. Obviously, I've been working on David.ai in the background with the other two developers. William's been working on thingy, and that one's going to be released on Monday. Tomorrow, I've got the alpha trend one that I showed you earlier, which was this one here, which was generated by ChatGPT, which I'll be releasing tomorrow. And that's pretty much all I've got for today. William's going to be on next week with some more trigger trade, how to set up static bots and things like that. Got Johnny. Hi, Johnny. How you going, mate?
Doing good. How are you, David? I missed all the fun.
Johnny, tell us a joke. Tell us that joke. No, don't.
You got me good, man. That was a good one. You got me laughing. That was really good.
Don't say it in here. It's recorded. Someone might get offended.
I'll save it for. I'll wait till David stops streaming.
See me getting banned from YouTube.
Yeah, he had me saying it on a live stream. It was fun. It was fun.
You're gonna get demonetized.
Luckily, I'm not monetized yet, so
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What I miss? Miss anything good?
It was a kind of a quick one. We went through things like why the British talk about tea in the evening, and then we went on to
Close topic.
yes.
Extra income, lad.
And then we went on to there was some other bits, but it was about David.ai. I spoke about trying to do some more streams. Also, I'm going to be trying to launch David TV, which I'll talk to you a bit about as well, Johnny, where I'm trying to get more content, more people chatting with each other on live stream and doing it on the main channel, so that there's just more content here for anybody who's interested in strategies.
Cool.
Yeah, and then I did this indicator thing that does optimizing inside of TradingView, which helps us to find best settings for any indicator. Like I said, I gave the example of Bollinger Bands and a market cipher. It will optimize and find the best take profits and stop losses. Obviously, whilst I was doing it, decided not to work, but it's probably something that I've...
Typical.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a bug that I'll fix over the weekend. And then that was it pretty much. And then I was just saying that you're here on Mondays doing your live streams.
Yep.
We have Scope as well tomorrow. Vlad's going to be doing some interviews and things like that and getting to know each other. We've got a couple of other streamers who want to come and stream and talk about things like Elliott Wave, like I said earlier, and things like that. And that was pretty much it, really, to be honest.
Okay.
bit of,
Yeah, I'll watch the rerun and to get the details.
I don't think he recorded the bit where me and Steve are like sticking up for English because we're English and everyone else isn't. So I don't think he recorded that bit. So we'll not get into it.
It was the longest part of the stream.
What is it in America, Johnny?
Johnny, what do you call your meals in America? You have your morning meal, which is breakfast.
Yeah,
And what do you-
breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Oh my god!
Finally, someone normal. Finally, someone normal.
We started off with it, we're going to end with it.
Someone mute Vlad quick.
My man over here, Johnny, would have steak for tea for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Steak for tea. Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Nick from on YouTube just asked if he could use this indicator on as of Monday. Yeah, it'll be on Monday's video. There'll be an explanation on how to use it. I'll go through everything on Monday's video, and you'll be able to use it from Monday. And Marco said, will you be able to use it with SMC, not an S&M? Yeah, you'll be able to use it with any indicator that gives either a true false value or a crossover value, and you'll be able to use it on that. As always with Marco, I'll work with you and anybody else that wants to jump into a live stream to make it better, and we'll find some better entries for it. If it doesn't work with the indicator that you've got for SMC, I will work with you to try and get it to work. It does have to have a true or false value or a value in as a float at the moment, but most indicators do have that.
Who's that, Marco?
Yeah, Marco. He's on YouTube at the moment, leaving comments.
All right, nice.
Cool. Does anybody else have any questions? It's still tea. It's still tea. I don't care. Cool. Great. Like I said, I'll probably try and do some... Oh, Marco's got a question, maybe, I think. Oh, not sure if you talked about this already, about Vivo. Yeah, well, when V4 should work for everybody. You should be able to get onto the website. If you go onto the website, let me go to DaviddTech. Hopefully I'm logged in on DaviddTech on this computer. If I go here, add strategies. No, I'm not logged in. Just bear me. I'll pull this over very quickly.
Wonder how come he's on YouTube and not in Discord.
I think he's out and about and watching us whilst he's out.
Normally he don't show up, does he?
We wish you, Marco. Where are you?
I don't mean that in a bad way, like. But you know me, he's normally, you know what I mean. He's normally constantly at it. You know what I mean?
No. I think Thursdays are a bit hard. But we miss him. But he's. I think that Thursdays are a bit hard for Marco, so that's why I'm going to try and do some at 2:00 in the afternoon as well. For the version 4, if you go here onto the website, you now have the version 4 up here. If you click that, it'll filter out any indicators that haven't had the version 4. You also can see it here. It's got a little icon with the robot arm, which is there, so you can add version 4. Marco says,
what's the different colours, David, on here on the boxes where it says remove and add? Because I added all the strategies on ages ago, and I went on the other day to re-upload them because they were they're all different colours now. Why is that?
Because the ones that have had updates recently, the most recent updates are the darker colours.
Right.
Yep. So as they go to a light green, it means that they've had no. The light greens are you haven't added it on. The darker the red, or if you're already on, means that there's been a recent update.
Right. Yeah. Well, I've re-added and added them all on. It seems that there's some missing though, David.
Is there?
Yeah,
yes,
it
there's
feels
the
like it is. It feels like there's quite. No, it feels like there's quite a few missing. To be fair,
Okay.
we had. I'll just quickly go on to my indicators.
Okay, man.
Because we had, if you remember, we had quite a few smart monies. Yet another ABC's not there.
Okay.
And we had like smarter money, and we had like 4 of them, and I've only got 2. I've got smarter money and smarter money ABC strat V4, what I just downloaded the other day, but it seems like there's quite a few missing from mine.
Okay.
And I've updated me. I've refreshed the actual DaviddTech page connected to TradingView. I've refreshed that, relogged in.
Yeah.
And it just seems like
missing.
there's quite a few more missing. I can't, like I say, I can't find yet another ABC. I can't remember all of them, but I can't. But I can't find quite a few of them.
What I'll do is I'll spend some time with Vlad and William this week, and we'll go through all of them to make sure that I've updated them all. We'll do it as it's a small team trying to update them to make sure. More work for you, Will.
I was about to say, why are you always including me in your discussions?
You're there now. You've got to do it all now.
Absolutely.
David puts his feet up now. Has a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Has afternoon tea and cake.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like playing poker.
Marco said, "Miss you guys also." There you go. Nick, understand it. Profitable trading strategies, constantly profitable. This is what I was saying at the beginning of the stream. Kind of my personal most profitable in the long term have been the squeeze momentum strategies and the wolf and bear breakout strategies and the trend following strategies seem to be, for me, the ones that have worked the best. I put a couple of screenshots from my ByBit account recently, and I think it was the last 90 days that I put on there, and they've been running on that. They're the ones that I've had on there since the beginning. There was another couple of other ones that have been quite profitable that I talk about most times. Oh yeah, obviously the dead zone has been quite profitable. Only problem with the squeeze momentum, not squeeze momentum, the wolf and bear, is that you do have to go back and play around with the settings. I had a period of around a month where I actually even turned it off because it wasn't great at that time. But it's back up and running and working, which has been one of my favorite strategies.
David,
the ones that I'm running, yes.
Have you ever tried coding anything with linear regression channel?
Yeah, yes, I did one a long time ago. It's something I need to look back at. It had serious repainting issues, so I gave it a miss. It was about around the time when we did the simple scalper, and I was just so afraid of anything that had repainting issues that I kept away from it. But it certainly should be something that I look at again in the future.
Because when I was going through like my bits of code, what I'd done and put together,
yes,
I had one. I had one from what I watched before, and it were a bit like your, you know, what's the new one that you've done recently where it's overextended?
There's quite a few of them.
I forgot what it was. Where it just probably it's a bit like that where you use like 2 linear regression channels, and obviously you wait for it. You've got one on your chart. And you've got another one with a deviation of 2 or whatever, just so it's a tiny bit over. So when it bounces out the main one, that's when you're in your thing. And it seems pretty good, but obviously the chuffing thing moves. Do you know what I mean? So that's the only thing with it. But it seems pretty good if you could find a way how to do that. I wrote it down in a book somewhere, one of my books. So I'll tell you what it is. But there's actually like settings what you use on it. And I've got some code already. What it's all coded together,
Cool.
and it seems pretty well. It just literally waits till it bounces out of the channel, out of the main channel, the main one channel, into the deviation, and then bounces back in. And I didn't try it for very long, but I tried it and it was all right.
Yeah, it's something that I want to explore a lot more. In the beginning of the year, here is a couple of channel strategies. I saw that wunderbit did, like you just said as well. They have a strategy which is a double channel strategy as well, and that seems to be one of their best performers as well. So something that we need to be exploring as well. Yeah. So I've studied ABCs. How some of the others look good as well. Yes, yeah, that's what I say. No. Right. I think I went through everything. I've said that the scope's on to tomorrow. Yep, I've been through everything. There's also a couple of poker nights if anybody's interested in playing poker, just so get to know each other. And that's pretty much all I've got.
Right.
Hopefully I'll be doing some live coding at 2 p.m. during the week next week. Well, hopefully I will be doing some 2 p.m. London time coding next week. Yeah, that's it.
Thanks, David.
Thank you very much, everybody, for joining
Thank you,
me.
David.
Have a nice evening. And I'm going to stop the YouTube so I get the joke before we go. Have a nice evening, YouTube, and hopefully...
All right, yeah.
Everybody.
I'll let Scope say it.
Go on.